Hello, lovely people of the internet. Tis I, Elemental P, Savage Minnow here to talk about cults again on a Thursday. As many of you know, I was busy on Tuesday. I was over on Hive Science Channel, talking about a thing that I saw in Florida. Was it a skunk ape? Maybe. I don't know. Um, go watch that if you want to find out. But tonight we're just talking about cults. We're not talking about Sasquatch. And I have a cake, so I'm probably going to go off camera here in a little bit. But I told myself yesterday that if I worked ahead enough in one of my classes to take my midterm today, 2 weeks early, that I would give myself a cake, would eat a cake.
You deserve a cake.
And I took my midterm, so I get my cake. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Welcome, Spackle. So happy to have you here.
Well, thank you. Happy to be here. Hello. Good afternoon.
I think
Well, for me,
because
afternoon.
for me, it's early evening, but that's okay.
Yeah.
And I think
Oh,
because we were sort of off schedule this week, we don't have a whole lot of viewers right now, but that is okay.
when do you think evening starts? I always say 5 p.m.
Ooh, do you? I
Mm-hmm.
think it depends culturally. For me, it's like when it's dark.
I think it's because my bedtime was so low when I was a kid. I'm like 5 p.m. seems pretty late.
Really? Well,
Yeah, that's company. Hi, Sandy.
Sandy's here. Um, yeah, I think it changes. I think it changes culturally, and I think it changes by the time of the year because like 5 p.m. in the wintertime is not the same as 5 p.m. in the summertime.
Mm-mm.
Hello,
Hi,
Jessica.
Jessica.
What time do you guys think it changes from afternoon to evening?
Yeah, what is the hour? I go with 5 p.m. I don't know why. It's kind of arbitrary, but maybe because a good chunk of the year, that's when the sun goes down.
Yeah, I don't think I have a.
And then summertime is just bonus time, right?
You get bonus time in the evening?
Yeah, it's lighter in the evening in the summertime.
That's what I'm wondering is like in the summertime because it stays light out till like 8 or 9 in a lot of places.
Yeah, so I'll still call it the evening, but it's a bright evening.
That would make sense in like when I was in Northern Ireland. Hello. Hi,
Hello.
Amanda. When I was in Northern Ireland, it would like stay light until like 10:30
Oh, that's
in
so
the
late.
summertime.
That's like Washington State too. Yeah.
So that I would call evening, even though it was light out. Whereas typically for me, I think when the sun goes down, it's evening. You said you're stoned. I have weed somewhere. I just set it aside.
You're gonna catch it. Well, this one is kind of interesting. This one's a hybrid, and it's like a sativa indica hybrid, and then also it has CBG,
CBG. Ooh, okay.
and that's known to help with inflammation. And I have to confirm it really has helped with inflammation.
That might be something that I need to check out then because yeah, I've been having some annoying inflammation issues lately, shall we say.
Oh yeah, like so inflamed that my it was everywhere, like my fingers, everything. I've got like an autoimmune thing going on, so when I go into like a flare up, it's like I turn into like Tin Man, trying to move.
Well, luckily you're not in the 12 steps and you can take medication for that because
Yes, thank goodness.
that was, I did keep taking medication when I was in the 12 steps. I have really bad ADHD, like really bad. This is still me partially medicated, by the way. Um, that's how bad it is. When I'm trying to like explain to my doctors, this is the thing that I have gone to that's like my go-to to explain to my doctors that my ADHD is bad. It takes me like 30 minutes or longer to start a pot of coffee in the morning. Like not as in like to go from like starting the coffee to like having coffee. No, that's like to go from like I'm gonna make coffee to the coffee pot is now brewing coffee. Especially because it's like first thing in the morning and like I haven't had my meds. Like that's but typically, yeah, it's I would say about 30 minutes from when I did drink coffee.
Oh my gosh, like this is kind of dumb, but I've never had an electric kettle until like this year, or not really 2026, 2025. And it's amazing. I don't know why I love it so much. It's just like I don't feel stressed that I'm leaving it on the oven. And anyway, I've been going nuts with tea lately. Tea's my thing
Nice.
lately.
Nice. Yeah, I quit. So I haven't actually entirely given up caffeine. I quit when I quit smoking and I quit sugar, like kind of all in one fell swoop, which by the way, I don't recommend that to anybody, just like taper off. Um, but yeah, I completely quit then and kind of like got it out of my system. And now it's kind of like this weird like superpower that I have that I can like pull out like maybe once a week that I'll like have a cup of coffee and burning the midnight oil. It's great. It's great. I
I
love
think
it.
I lean on caffeine a lot for work, and so it's hard for me not to. And I was such a soda drinker, so the trade-off is tea. I was thinking that's at least a little bit better.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it because I was very much dependent, like coffee dependent drinker. Um, like to the point where my dentist was like, I can tell that you're an habitual coffee drinker because I can see it on your teeth. Um,
Jessica's got to go to bed. Oh,
gotta go to bed.
see, it is evening. Just kidding.
See, that's evening. Sorry, I haven't been watching the chat. I've been watching. What are you guys doing? And who are you guys dating? And who's your ex? Ooh, you guys know my ex. Actually, you guys know two of my exes. This is embarrassing.
All my exes aren't in Texas.
None of my exes are in Texas, I don't think. Well, one of them stops there occasionally. That was a fucking asshole. But anyway, yeah. I
Oh,
so
yay. Electric kettle love. Yay.
I also love my electric kettle.
That's
My
off on
electric
its
kettle
own.
lights up. It looks like it belongs on a space station. I love it.
Does it turn blue?
Yes.
Mine
So,
does too. I wonder if we have the same one.
well, okay, keep in mind I did have another one that was over in the UK that also lit up. And
Mine lit up
it
blue,
got
but the
to my
top of it's
exes.
black.
Yeah, so
All
my ex
my
has that
exes
one.
aren't in Texas.
I think about this sometimes though because um I clean that bitch like all the time because it's glass. Like if you use it, like you got to clean it
Yeah.
pretty
Well,
regularly.
there's like a
Um,
buildup of who knows what. Yeah.
well, it's not who knows what. We know exactly what it is. It's mineral
Who knows
buildup.
what?
I know
I'm
what it
wondering
is.
who knows what. Because sometimes if you're in the city of San Diego, it's chemicals.
Chemicals is everything. Everything is chemicals.
Chemicals you don't want to ingest.
Okay, that's different. I'm just saying, chemicals is everything. Um, but yeah, I think about it every once in a while, and I'm like, does he clean that thing? Like, I wonder how nasty it looks because I doubt he cleans it. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do clean it. I don't know if you
I'm a big fan of vinegar. If you ever have like a buildup, like particularly in your coffee maker, it's sometimes nice to like run vinegar through it.
do. I can agree in some cases. Yeah, you got to like make sure that you run like 5 pots of water through it afterwards. But yeah, I would agree. But
Do
yeah,
you guys
for the
have
kettle,
Mexican
for the
chocolate?
for the electric kettle, you just wipe it down on the inside. Yes, we do have Mexican chocolate. I don't do the Mexican chocolate because you have to like heat up the milk and all of that shit, and I'm lactose intolerant. And I like to just like heat up my kettle and like I do. So I use cocoa. Like I do it from cocoa. So I do have to like
Hmm.
like where you mix it up when it's just a little bit of water to like get all of the cocoa combined before you add water.
Could you do oat milk?
Yeah.
That's what I would do. If I was to make you like a Mexican hot chocolate, I would do oat milk and then like the Mexican hot chocolate in it, and then it would be delicious. It would be really heavy though.
Yeah. I don't like I mean, I would drink it if you made me a Mexican hot chocolate, or even if you made me one with like regular milk, as long
You're
as you're
like,
not being too
fine,
close to
I'll
me for the rest of the evening.
just suffer the consequences.
Sorry.
I mean, I understand what it's like to want Taco Bell, and you get Taco Bell, and then maybe 30 minutes later, you're like, why did I get Taco Bell?
It has a ready alarm. You can choose C or F, as in like you can choose the note, and you can select your exact temperature by degree. I love it. I want
Oh,
one.
that's way more fancier than mine. Mine just has an on-off button, and then
Mine
it
just has a
lights up
switch. Yeah.
and it stops. Yeah, but yours
Yeah.
is fancy. Oh my goodness,
The
perfect.
lid broke on mine the other day, so now I actually literally just have to like pour water through the top. It's not entirely broken. I can't take it off, but like it's too much of a
Oh,
pain in the butt besides when I'm cleaning it. So I'm like, I'm either gonna have to
can't
like
be
super
throwing
glue
that
that shit.
around.
I do use it a lot. Celsius or Fahrenheit? Jealous. Oh, I see. You can choose
Wow,
Celsius or Fahrenheit. Okay. I see. I
that's
see. So you
fancy.
tune it into the degree by Celsius or Fahrenheit. Okay. What does it do? What's the ready alarm? Because mine just stops making noise. To be fair, mine's pretty loud when it's running. Like I can hear it when it pops off because it stops going. Sorry. Sorry, that was mean to all of your
Whoa.
ear holes. I'm sorry. I'm
Whoa.
sorry.
I don't know why when you say ear holes, it sounds gross. And I'm like, ew. Every time I get like a visceral reaction, ear holes.
Well, that's the part that it hurts. Is like in like the hole. Yes. Okay. That's the other thing about the glass one is that you kind of just want to clean it every time you use it. But if you just wipe it out every time you use it, yours runs off propane. I love it. I love it. I don't love the idea of
Kettle
being off
runs
the
off
grid.
of it?
Well, apparently everything runs off propane because she's off the grid, just like my buddy.
Are you using like a jet? Like what do you call those? The jet like stoves?
I bet she has like a little like a yeah.
Like a butane and and it's like blah, 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 blah. Yeah, those
It
jet
just
stoves like
beeps.
move fast.
No,
Oh, your
oh,
stove
okay.
is
She's just
propane.
it's your
Okay.
stove. Okay.
Okay.
So you have like, is it just like a French press or like a mocha pot? My roommate has like a mocha pot.
If you're off grid and you've got your propane and stuff, do you use the satellite internet or something?
Chicada, right?
Satellite, satellite.
If anybody wants to come in, let me know. I can drop a link. Plain old steel kettle.
Oh, you're not off the grid. Okay.
Yeah, it will work off the grid. It will work without the grid. She's
So it's
on the
not
grid.
reliant. Okay, got it.
Yeah. She can be off grid and was after Helene. Ooh, yeah. Generator runs my essentials. Awesome.
Yeah,
Good
always
job.
have things that'll work if everything breaks. That's always important.
Were you a Boy Scout?
Yeah, well, actually, yes. I can explain. So the Boy Scouts are connected to Venture Crew, and Venture Crew is a co-ed Boy Scout organization. That's why it's not too weird for the Boy Scouts to turn into the Scouts because it's co-ed also. Just so you know, Mr. Hegseth, Boy Scouts is also co-ed in Mexico, and it has been from the like start of it. So like, and the Boy Scouts is more fun than Girl Scouts. I'm sorry, but
Um,
like, yeah.
Also, Cub Scouts have let girls in Cub Scouts for 20 years. So,
Right, right.
Yeah.
Obviously that organization has some problems.
Lower the
But
music. Do I have music on
lower
this?
lower the music. We have music.
I do have music. I didn't realize it was going. I'll lower it. Is that better?
Oh, that's wild. I can't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that they
Oh.
have it playing to where like I like playing when it's not playing in my ears now. That's weird.
Well, anyway, Venture Crew is like the Boy Scouts. They teach the same foundations.
Yeah. Um Boy Scouts probably not a cult. It is there's a lot of like Mormons in it, so I think that like some
There's they do these kind of weird little if you're in the in group, you know things.
yeah.
And they have secret ceremonies sometimes, which is kind of odd. I would compare it more to Masons, honestly, because also, side note, Masons host the Boy Scouts quite often, like for
Yes,
troop meetings.
I
So do
noticed
the
that
Mormons.
also. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always like at a Masonic lodge, like for some reason. Like I
a
guess that's
lot,
why.
a lot of the time, or the Elks. Sometimes the Elks too. Do
It's true.
you guys have Elks? We have Elks here.
We have elks.
Yeah,
We have a few fraternities that are
I think we're gonna have to start like a old lady like sorority.
yes.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Oh my god, yes. That's
The secret
okay.
club.
I was just never mind, it doesn't matter. Yes, but yes, we should. And we can make it extra culty, but not culty. Like we can make it like where it like looks culty, but it's not cult. You know what I mean? Like that would be fun.
Yeah, like maybe there's a bartender and they're like in red robes or something with a hood. You don't know why. They just are.
You don't know why.
Nobody asks questions.
And he's always bald and clean shaven. Like no, like besides eyebrows, no hair on the face, right? We don't know why. It
Nope.
just is. Sandy, Angere, you guys down? I think we should start it.
We have to have a good name.
Okay, let's think about it. Are we gonna let men in?
No,
Okay,
they have
but
too
I'm
many
allowed.
clubs of their own, like the Masons.
Okay, but I'm allowed. You have to be AFAB, or you just have to be like not a man.
I'm not gonna make it that complicated. We'll just go with it. Not a man.
Okay, just no men. Okay. Ooh, we could that could be a different staffed position. I'm just saying because the guy behind the bar, there's it's dangerous back there, and we don't
Mhm.
we don't want any accidents to happen. But I like your thinking. I very much like
And
your
then we
thinking.
have to be like a secret club like all these, you have to have
Like a
like a
handshake.
tier system, like in a handshake and like some sort of ceremony that you can only get at certain levels.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe like some pins. So like the more pins you get, the more epic you are.
Yes. I like it.
Yeah.
Is
See,
someone writing this
we're
down?
gonna start already.
Is someone writing this down?
We're the
I'm
friends of
doing
the
it.
friendless sorority group. No, just kidding.
I'm not against it. We might have a name. Um, See, here I am. I was like, let's gather together and talk about cults. And then we started talking about making one, you know?
You know, that's a because it's funny. But
Yeah.
that's a good point, Aunt Jer. That is a good test right there. Do you wash your ass?
Do you wash your legs?
Yes.
Because the amount of men who do not wash their legs is wild to me.
Really? They don't wash their legs either?
They don't wash their legs. I mean, okay, like I think that there are probably more men who wash their ass than wash their legs. Because I think that they realize that they need to wash their ass for obvious
See,
reasons.
like the legs just get the runoff.
And that's what they'll be like, they're fine.
They just get
They
the
get
runoff.
soaked.
It's like you're, well, there's a lot of women that don't wash their feet, which is weird. As tomboy as I am, like, and I don't get
How?
manicures and stuff like that, I do wash my feet.
How do you not wash your feet? Okay, that explains a lot though, because as you
They like
know,
this, they like their own scent. I guess. I don't know. I
I
love
just
my own
like
musk.
how do you like in the shower be like, I'm just gonna like get to the bottom of my ankles. Stop.
So I stiffen up a lot when I'm in a flare up and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be all bendy like I can be sometimes. So then I'm like, so I have to wash my feet separate. They get their separate time before I take a shower. I'll like
That's
actually wash my feet
fine.
first. Yeah.
That's fine.
Eh,
You know what you need is one of those little things in the shower that you stick on the floor with the bristles, and then you like it has like the bristles like
Rub
this.
it.
You stick your foot in it.
I thought about that, but then I thought about like the microbes growing on it and stuff, and I don't know if I think I don't know how I feel about it that sanitary wise, like long term after like a month. Because you have to change your loofahs. Well, they recommend changing your loofahs every month.
What if you got a loofah on a stick for to clean your feet and change it out every month?
I mean, you could, yeah. Loofah on a stick. See our workarounds? You too
Yeah,
can find a workaround
yeah, you can find a
when you're
workaround.
too stiff to bend over or bring your leg up because you've been made a tin man.
Yeah, but okay, you did remind me of a thing that was like when you said like, oh, women don't wash their feet, and I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Um,
there's some women that do not wash
so
their feet, which is wild. They just let stuff fall on it.
as you know, I have I have a nail tech license. Like I'm a licensed nail tech. I don't know if I brought my license with me to like this location. Actually, I don't know if it's at my old house or this house. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Um, I have done many pedicures. I'm not big on pedicures. But like that's kind of the main reason why I'm not big on pedicures is because like people's feet are fucking nasty. And I like did not understand how you can let your feet get that nasty, but you're saying that women don't wash them.
There's a lot of women that I've known that do not wash their feet. This has been an ongoing discussion, and I'm always surprised. I'm very surprised by that.
It makes a lot of sense. So I have like kind of a policy when I do like manis and petties. Manis and petties are like procedurally very similar, right? Like it's you're just doing the nails, right? But I have like very much a rule where I do not do a pedicure without wearing a mask.
I mean, I don't blame you. Okay.
Um, because I'm friendly when I'm like doing your service, like I'm gonna chat or whatever. But like, if like part of your nail, like your fingernail, flies into my mouth, like while I'm talking, like okay, like that's gross, and I spit it out, like whatever, move on. If part of your fucking toenail flies into my mouth, I'm done
This
for
is
the
the
day. Like,
weirdest conversation. Like I thought I would be the like way out of left field person, but it's you now.
no, I saw this happen.
We have flying toenails in the mouth.
Yes,
Someone's toenail flew in someone's
the
mouth.
mouth. I saw it, and I was like,
No way. No way.
she was
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I need a minute. And she was so good. She just like took a minute. Like afterwards, I was like,
You
did
just
that
start
hit you in
throwing
the
up
face?
like a cat. Blech. Like,
She like
yeah.
she left, and I was like, I don't know where she went, but like because we were doing, it was two of us doing two like a pair, and I like so she like left, and I was like, I thought that it like maybe went up her nose or something like that. I was like, oh my god, like that hit you like in the face, and
In
but
the
I was like, whatever,
mouth.
I'll cover, you know. And so when she came back, we just finished the service or whatever, and I said to her later, I was like, oh my god, like that hit you in the face, and she's like, it went in my mouth.
That's so disgusting. Oh, That's horrific. Yeah, that's a biohazard. That's a very dangerous job. Next time on Dirty Jobs, toenails in the mouth.
Think of that every time I give a pedicure now. Every single time I think of that, I'm like, mask off.
What?
So gross. In her mouth.
I can't. It's just so gross.
And
You
like
know
the
that if
thing is, the
anybody
thing
is
why I'm like
watching,
being
like
nasty as
they're like
fucking feet.
me now.
And I never understood. It was like, how do people get feet that are this fucking nasty? And like, there is like a part of me that's
They
like,
don't
okay,
ever look at them, I guess.
like
They don't look at them.
that's why they're coming to me because like they need, you know what I mean? Like they know that their feet need like a little glow up, but like, how does it get that way? They just like never wash them. It
Yeah,
must
never wash
be
them. There's
that
a
they just
percentage
never
of
wash
people.
them.
It just trickles down. It trickles down the legs, and they're like, "Oh, good enough."
That's that okay, and that's
Hey,
beautiful
Canada.
about men
Hey.
because I've lived. Most of my roommates have always been men, and I know that there are men who do not wash their legs, and that is disgusting. I don't. To me, kind of like not washing the legs. It's like it's stupid. Like it's very stupid, but it's like it kind of makes sense, is right? Like they just like they wash and then they just don't bend down. But like, how do you like wash your legs and they like get to the bottom of your ankle and just stop?
You know that they focus on the dingling and balls like a long time. They're
Yeah,
making sure that's really
that
clean because you
always
never
comes
know.
out clean. It's like if you like take a shower with your husband, you know your tits are gonna come out clean. Like
It's just yeah, extra buff.
pretty much take that for granted. Um, but yeah, and that's I feel like they're in the area. They know that the butthole probably should get washed. Some of them wash their buttholes. Not all of them,
Some of them.
sadly.
Some of them. There was a guy that said he didn't wash his butthole because that was gay, and he said it on TikTok or something. You know, the other professor guy, the liberal professor guy, he comes in and he's like, I just want you to know, like, that's like men
Not
men
gay.
are supposed to wash their buttholes, and it's not gay. And he was just so horrified. Like, there's an adult man running around with skid marks because he thinks it's gay not to wipe his ass. Like, where did you get that from?
I remember hearing that in the 90s though. They're like, I don't
Really?
watch my ass, that's gay. But it was like a joke.
Oh, weird.
And I think that like looking
Somebody
back on
probably took
it,
it
it was a joke
seriously.
because like somebody like stuck a finger up there and realized that they liked it and they were like, oh no, that's gay.
Exactly why. So exactly. It slipped. Oh no.
That's in retrospect, I'm like, oh, that's where that joke came from. But like as a kid in the 90s, I was like, what? Like, why is washing your ass gay?
It was the 90s. Yeah, we said some awful things in the 90s, like that's gay actually was a whole phrase that like a whole generation unlearned. So,
No, unfortunately, not all of them. Some of them still need to unlearn it, but
and I never really thought about it when I said it. I never went and like when I was because it was in middle school when that was kind of big. I never thought like, oh, I really have a problem with these people. You know, like it wasn't like that. So I don't know why we thought that was a good idea. So
I never said it. Um, Probably because like I was a little queer kid and I already fucking knew it.
yeah, you were like way more sensitive as
I
a
was like, what the
person
fuck?
too.
Like, I don't, I never said, but I had a little potty
I
mouth.
don't mean that. I don't mean that in a weak way. I mean that in a like you care about people. Like you're very sensitive to other people.
Sometimes too
Potty
much,
mouth.
actually.
Yeah.
I was very much a potty mouth. I got in trouble when I was in like elementary school. You're like swearing like a sailor.
Oh man, did you use the C word?
No, no, that was, but I used a lot of like four-letter words as just
I
normal
mean, the
conversation.
best four-letter word is the F word
I use that one a lot, a lot.
because it's so versatile.
is very versatile. You can say it here also. Like this is not like
We you can say we are fucked. You can say you are fucked. You can say fuck yourself. You can say I
okay,
want to fuck.
wait. You can only say it like so many times in a minute. Like chill.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You gave me the green light, so I just was like, this is the things you can say.
Did you
You-
not watch the video? They sent out a video, damn it.
My
This
bad.
I've had this conversation with a few people. You are not one of them because you're not one of the people who are like, oh, they're fucking censoring us and blah blah blah. Like they sent out a video. This is a while back now, but they sent out like a very specific video that was like, hey, and it was hilarious too because the guy in the video is like demonstrating by like using the words, right? So he's like, so at like 60 seconds into the video is when you can say words like fuck, shit. Like, just like, sorry.
No more than two. No more than two.
And it's like, oh, there's a certain, whatever. But he like literally like goes through like all of the, in the first 10 seconds of the video. Well, but yeah, when people are like, we don't even know what it's gonna no, like we do know what's gonna fucking flag it because he tells us. He told us. They sent us a video.
And Jared says, who sent it to who?
The YouTube creator studios sent it out to all YouTube creators.
Apparently
and it goes
did
to your email
video.
and it also goes to like your creator studio. It's like one of the ones of that like pops up in the when there's like that one up in the like the right hand corner that like goes through a few different like suggested videos that are creator videos. It's up in there now. But yeah, it also came through in a email. The email came through from YouTube Creator Studios a while back, but the video is still there. Hello, Taylor Cool Boy. Hello, hello. I see. Okay, that's enough of the highs. Calm down. Calm down. I see you.
Hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está? No, you need to be practicing your Italian, but we'll discuss that further later.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore.
I like it. I like it. I don't know.
If you had one quote to say, everybody, what would it be? This sounds like somebody that like is contacting you on a dating app.
Yeah.
Like if you had one chance.
If you had one chance to save the world, what would you do?
What would you say? I mean, it is a valid question.
Well, oh, that would be something I would need to plan for, right? How do you say lemon bars? I don't know, but we need to find out. We should find out.
Oh, we need to learn that immediately. What were we thinking?
Should I look it up? I don't
Yes,
think that
gotta
anybody
learn.
involved is gonna like fucking watch this and like fucking put two and two together. Oh, not no.
Do you hate lemon bars? Do you have an irrational fear of them? Are you horrified with them?
See, and this is Google Translate though, and I don't know if it's actually going to be accurate. You know what we need to do?
Crack or weed? Weed, bro.
No, say no to crack.
No.
Say no to crack. Just say no.
Crack is whack.
Oh, you know what I don't have actually up? I forgot because I came in here 5 minutes before, and actually all of my stuff was gone that I had checked was in the studio,
With
but
the
I hadn't like
Q.
double checked. Yeah. So
So
this,
it just got raptured.
if you've got a crack problem, they can help. and they're not um and they're not a cult, right? Here's
Yeah,
some
so
non-culty help.
there are alternatives to AA, and there's
I
one
need to
right
put my
there.
banner back up. Yeah. See, again, this is all of this stuff was just like it disappeared on me this week, so it's unfortunate. But why is my colors are all off?
I don't know. I canceled StreamYards and it just charged me, and I'm really mad. So I'm like, give my money back. I know I canceled them too. That's wild.
Yeah. Oh, that's probably what it is. I probably literally just got to like the 1 year mark this afternoon. It's like
Oh,
between the yeah, because I know it was in February, so that probably just happened. That's okay. Okay.
I think I accidentally paused it instead of canceling it. I think that's what happens.
Yeah, it got so super expensive.
It's
Um, I
ridiculous.
was I was gonna cancel it entirely because I know somebody who had it. I was like, oh well, whatever. But let, let's not ask people their ages on Jer. You don't want me to ask you your age.
But generally speaking, our audience are adults, 18 and older. We do not
This
make
is
content for children.
we do not make content for children. Um,
Just to be
but I
clear,
also like I am not against a lemon bar or a wafer.
I like Nella wafers, and I don't know why. They're such a plain cookie, but I love them.
So here's the thing with Google Translate, right? If we know anybody who speaks Italian besides the one person in particular that we're looking to troll, Google Translate doesn't like it. I don't know if it's going to say like bars, as in like food bars, or if it's going to say like some other kind of bars, right? Like I don't,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean? It's very bad at like that kind of nuance.
We're gonna have to ask the other Italian and get him to not talk to Intel on the other Italian before we start throwing that word around.
Oh, he doesn't know.
He wouldn't know?
Well, which one are you trying to troll?
Oh, I thought we were trolling
Like, we could
dum
troll
dum
both.
dum dum ba dum ba
We could
dum
troll
dum.
both. Yeah, that's it's true. It's true. We got to talk about this one offline though.
Dum 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 dum
Moving
dum dum.
on. Segue. Reminder that we're um yeah, good times, great oldies. I don't know. I didn't actually. So I have cult stuff that I have that we can talk about. I wasn't really
Oh,
necessarily thinking that I would bring it to talk about because it's Thursday. Because I was thinking that we would
yeah, I
have more
thought we were
people. That
gonna
we
do
would.
like a Thursday. I thought we were gonna do a Thursday type hang, yeah. Um, I think we're missing people a lot of times, like, and they're like uh, time slot, I'm thinking, but I'm not really sure. Uh,
Um,
I'm not a fan. I'll just say
I
that I'm not a fan, but I also am a big fan of freedom to worship, no matter who
I'm
you are.
yeah, I'm not really a fan of any religion, but like also I kind of feel the same about all of them. Like I'm not particularly hating on that one. That one's
Oh, I definitely order them, and what bothers me more, like Buddhism, just like good job, Buddhism. Like, like it's awesome. Progressive Christian, great. Fundamentalist Christian and moderate Islam, tied. They're tied.
I again with like with a lot of them there's just like so many different I don't know what it's called in Islam, like in Judaism it's sects, but
Yeah, there's
denomination,
different.
Christianity, like whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it is.
I think it's sex, like SE. I can never say that word without it sounding like another.
No one can. It's okay. You just commit. Sex. Sex.
Different checks.
Sex.
This is great. Yeah,
Is
well, I
it, is
mean, like,
it, is it is the same for Muslims? Different
my
section.
favorite section of Islam is Sufism. No, Sufism, because they're more mystical and they're not as dogmatic,
Yeah,
and
that sounds cool.
I like that. Green Sufi is a Sufi. Go figure.
Go figure, right?
It's in the name. Look it up. It's in the book.
Well, that's I was having a conversation with somebody the other day because they were saying something about that the rumor was that Zora Mondani was going to try and rid New York City of dogs, like pet dogs,
That's not going to happen.
because dogs are haram. First of all, like dogs are not haram.
They keep pointing out like the immigrants are going to harm the dogs. So like they move from eating to like haram. Like,
Also, they're
it's
not
always
gonna
about
like
the dog.
harm your dogs. They just don't want. Doesn't this sound like actually if there's like all of these like Muslims around and they just like hate dogs, well, just keep a bunch of fucking dogs and they'll leave you alone, right? Everybody loves dogs anyway. You know what I mean? But it's like there's never any fucking logic to it.
A
Um,
lot of the Muslims I lived amongst actually were told that dogs are unclean. So if you have a dog, they're not going to hate on you for having a dog or anything like that. You do you, but they don't want your dog to like get on them, and so
yeah.
they'll like give like a
Well,
wide
and
pathway.
that's the prophet said, like fairly specifically that like dogs that don't have a job, basically. If your dog doesn't have a job, then it's unclean, right?
Oh,
And then
so
it's
like a wild
dirty.
dog,
Yeah.
like a
It's like
little
don't
wild lost dog.
he's like, don't let a little fucking wild ass dog into your house. If you've got guard dogs, if you've got working dogs, I think back then there wasn't maybe necessarily the concept of like a dog whose literal job is just to be cute, like we have now. But
That's true.
that
Like I have
was
a Boston Terrier, and his job is literally to be cute and athletic and hilarious
but like that's what he was saying is like you don't let just some mangy beast with fleas in your house,
with parvo,
in your bed. It might get you sick,
with rabies.
right? But it
Yeah,
wasn't.
so yeah, so like a lot of it got taken kind of really far. Sort of like in Judaism, ceremonial. You know how Jesus tells the story about like the Samaritan, the Good Samaritan who was not Jewish that helped the guy that was beaten up, and everybody that was worried about their religious ceremony and their garb, and that they have to like not be in the temple for X amount of time if they touch the guy. All those people that were worried about ceremony passed them by, right? And so like I think I think Islam also adds ceremony to things like
Judaism
and
has the
that's
same
not
shit.
needed. Yeah, that's what I meant. I was talking about
Case in
Judaism.
point is the tzitzit in the talit.
Like that's what Jesus was pointing out is like you're stacking all this stuff on top of it.
Like like Orthodox Jews don't keep a blue strand in their tzitzit anymore.
Oh,
And
they
it's
don't?
so like have you not heard like my fucking tangent about the fucking tzitzit?
No, I don't remember this.
Okay, so you know what a talit is. Talit gadol, talit katan.
Uh-huh.
For those who don't, it's a garment and it has like at the corner it has like these tassels, basically long tassel, and it's called a tzitzit. And in the tassel, typically you have one strand is a blue strand, and this is like it's traditional, fucking passed down for like hundreds of years. But you have this one strand that's dyed blue, and it like represents like the divinity and like the grounding of mankind, right? So like the deity, like the white represents the mankind and like our innocence as like a human, and then it's like the divine inspiration of like this strand of blue, right? Like, it's like ends up being two because it's doubled over, right? And sometimes they do four because it's in some places it says two, so then they're like, well, it's two, and then you double it over, so you get four. It doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Some people it's like two sections, unimportant. But super fucking Orthodox Jews, and I think Hasidic Jews also, do not put a blue strand in their tzitzit it's all white. If you look at their tsetse, it is all white tsetse. And why is this? It's because back in, I think it was like the 1970s, there was this debate because they came up with a synthetic dye that almost perfectly matched the dye that was the dye that they had been using for hundreds of years for these blue strands in the tsetse. And the dye that they used to use was, it came from a shellfish, and technically it was not a clean shellfish, so like you had to like employ goyim to like manufacture it, basically, because like you couldn't, like there wasn't, if you were like a Torah following Jew, then like you couldn't actually make the tzitzit because it was like some of the materials that go into it is like you're unclean. And so they're like, hey, rather than making somebody like either having to employ goyim or like making somebody unclean to like create the dye for these blue strands, let's just use the synthetic dye. It looks exactly the same. There's nothing in the Torah that says that we can't use synthetic dye. So let's use the dye for the blue strands and the TT. And there was this group that was like, yeah, like like absolutely, let's do it. And there was this other group that's like, no, traditional, like we've been using this dye that comes from the shellfish for like hundreds of years. Like this is what we always do. And like we have to do it because tradition, right?
Tradition.
It was this whole like back
on the roof. Sorry.
Okay, you're gonna get timeout. And
be fired.
Sorry, I don't remember where I was.
But
I don't know what you're talking about, but we'll figure out. But yeah, so there was this whole debate about, do we use the synthetic dye or because it's synthetic? Oh no, we can't use it. It's synthetic, but the old dye is technically it's a shellfish and it's unclean, right? So it's like, do we use the like technically it's unclean, but it's old school. But we use synthetic is synthetic. Like, there's this whole debate. People got so fucking pissed off about it. Literally, and then the consult like for the Orthodox, like they literally came out and they're like, fine, we're just taking the blue strand out of the tzitzit.
Oh, they're like, it's this obnoxious now. We're just not going to do it anymore.
Taking it away.
Wow, that's so funny. But it's like, it's just like the reason why I mentioned the Good Samaritan is because the Samaritan didn't care about ceremonial law, or that was his enemy. But the Jews that were also Jews, and the guy that was beaten up was a Jew, they were so wrapped up in being ceremonially unclean, and like you can't touch a guy or you have to wash and be separate for X amount of time, and they were just like, I'm willing to let you suffer and or die based on this dogmatic ceremonial nonsense, right?
Yes, which is ridiculous.
Wild.
Is absolutely ridiculous. And I get what there's like the point of that parable. I can't imagine like being in that situation where there's like actually people who fucking did that shit. Like that's, I mean, like I'm sure,
yeah, it's wild that it's
sure
like
it happens.
But I think people
I think it happens.
To excuse cruelty all the time.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately.
I absolutely know, like in the town that I moved from, that there were like people who, like, if they knew that I was queer and like saw me in a fucking ditch, they wouldn't stop to help. Like, there are people like that.
There are.
And I think the thing that is important to realize is that there are people like that in every large group of people, right? So I have specifically seen it from this group, right? Because it's a very large one of like the two predominantly political parties in America, and I lived in an area where that was the predominant party, and so like that was what I got. But if I was in a different situation and, like we were talking before stream about like somebody that's like, I absolutely cannot fucking stand this person, but who does not have, conservative views, but like absolutely is still like fucking arrogant ass fucking, you know what I mean? And I think that it's important to recognize that like there are people who are shitty people in all groups of people.
I think we've got this interesting group of people that are going by today. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, Andrea, if you want to do some cleanup, that'd be fine. It's kind of whack-a-mole because apparently they pop back up. But if they're not, to be fair, like if they're not saying anything that's like ad hominem attacks or like straight up like this, or you know what I mean? Like, you know me, Andrea. People can say some kind of heinous shit to me, and I'm relatively tolerant of it. So, you know. Like this one. So
That'd
that
be an
there's
example of one that's like, oh, that's pretty rude, boy. That's mean.
well, I mean, like
You know,
let's put it up.
girl now, whoever,
Let's
dude.
talk about IQ.
Everybody's dude in California.
You want to talk about IQ?
Oh, here we go. We're gonna talk about the IQ.
Talk about
I'm gonna
IQ.
use different kinds of.
I can grab my textbooks.
I think you could have really strong interpersonal skills, or I think you could have really strong like carpentry skills, or you could have really strong uh, like science skills. All these sort of like logic, thinking and stuff like that. All these different kind of skills, and you can score high in those areas, and then be like not so great in other areas. Oh,
What is intelligent? It's. I did actually flip right to it.
what is
Alfred
intelligence?
Binet. He's the one who came up with the intelligence quotient. Actually, when you say low IQ stream, this is the guy who came up with that. Did you know that? This is Alfred Binet. And he had this concept of the mental age, which is actually a concept that we don't even really like ascribe to anymore. But that is where this intelligence quotient came from, right? So it's like your mental age over your chronological age times 100. And that's your intelligence quotient. But as Sternberg very quickly pointed out, here's Sternberg. Is he Sternberg? He's cool. He's also the one who like wrote like a lot of the textbooks that were like the textbooks in like the 70s and the 80s, 70s, 80s, 90s textbooks with Sternberg. And he was like, hey, guess what? There's really like more than one kind of intelligence. Like when you say intelligence, right? Typically, Binet was only talking about one type of intelligence. This guy really only talking about like how to like pass a written test.
Like logic, generally, right? Just plain logic.
Yeah, a lot of it is logic, and basically just analytical, right? So like not practical, not creative, not. It's like literally just analytical. Which is, I mean, for a lot of people, like that's the one that they find important, right? But like that's not.
But when you look at it, like my husband's not really into like the stuff we're into. Like when we're talking about learning about this, or philosophy or religion, like all those kind of discussions that we have, he's not into. But boy, he can do math in his head, and he can build almost anything.
Yeah,
I can build almost anything. Like like there is an intelligence there. Like it's just a
different
little
types of
different.
intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like when you there's like the kid that like can't even like carry on a conversation with anybody, but then like he sits down at a piano and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
that
And
that kid is intelligent, right? It's a different type of
Music
intelligence.
pianist, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or we run into people that aren't socially and interpersonally as talented as other people. Just
that's another one.
yeah,
So Gardner
but
is who I was going to
they're
bring up.
really brilliant. Yeah. Go ahead.
Ooh, sorry, wrong button. Oh, I just
Oh,
cake. This
okay,
this isn't a
Greg.
mukbang. Um, but yeah,
This isn't a
so
mukbang.
just nice. So Steinberg, you said he was the started this idea of like multiple, more than one kind of intelligence. But Gardner took this and went. I was gonna say a little wild, but I actually kind of agree with him. I really do. I don't know if I would have stopped at 8 or 9. He stopped at 8. He thought about going to 9. Um, but Gardner, I don't actually have a picture of Gardner, unfortunately. Gardner broke it down. Verbal skills, mathematical skills, spatial skills, body kinesthetic skills, musical skills, intrapersonal skills, interpersonal skills, naturalistic skills. And then existential intelligence was the one that he kind of considered maybe should be a 9th. But yeah, like if you think
Existentialism
about
is
it,
my world.
those are all parts of like being intelligent. It's just different parts of being intelligent, and somebody can be really intelligent one and not in the other. And so that's what they teach us in the books about the intelligence scale, right? When we're learning about testing intelligence, you
Do
know,
they? I mean,
and
are they
she's
teaching
psychology.
it? Are they teaching it as a theory, or are they teaching it as a theory that's likely? Because last time I read, they didn't think it was like completely like likely, but I I don't know. Like when I read it, I thought that sounds a lot like the people I know and how I view things, you know.
So it basically the way that it teaches intelligence theory and because we do still use there's like the Wexler and the Sanford Binet and the that they do still give people, right? um so it basically goes through a history of like, hey, here's Binet. He worked with some people at Sanford. That's where we get the Sanford Binet. And then like the Wexler scales. Here's the history of where we get the Wexler scales from. Since then, we've had Sternberg, sorry, his theories, and Gardner. And like that's kind of just like where it leaves it. It's like, hey, like here's where we've evolved to from here.
Okay.
And then you get to the self-assessment at the end of the chapter after Gardner. Hello, Squirrel Sniper. Greetings. You know,
Across the pond, but under the same skies.
I had this character that was a squirrel that was a haberdasher named Mr. Nutbridge. I think about him sometimes. Do you know? Sorry. Pirandello, 6 characters in search of an author. This is completely different
Pirandello.
topic.
It's not ringing a bell.
Playwright. Absurdist, surrealist. So six characters in search of an author is the one that I'm thinking of. But it's basically it starts out that it's these 6 figures come into this little pub and they need some help. And I think they're like practicing for a play or something like that. That's what's going on at this pub, right? They're rehearsing. And so does somebody have you have audio? Do I have audio in my background?
If I am picking up audio, I can't help it. It's the apartment building.
Yeah. Oh, I do hear it a little bit, but it doesn't matter. But these 6 figures wander in and they need some help. And it turns out that they are not people, they're just characters. And they need help because their author died. And the author never wrote them an ending, so they don't know what to do. They can't really do anything. So they're kind of in the middle of a crisis, but they need help getting out of it. And sometimes I think about my characters, like Mr. Nutbridge, the little squirrel haberdasher. And I'm like, is he just like lost in the ether? Like the 6 characters? Sorry.
Who wrote Candide?
I don't know.
Because that was an absurd book. I remember that one being absurd, where they had to cut part of their butt to feed.
Nice.
Just all the women line up and cut half of your ass cheek off. Like, no big deal. Like, it's like, what?
Pirandello was a playwright. He also like would make fun of himself like in the play. I remember like the one line from 6 characters is like, oh well, like if we didn't have such shit plays coming from France, we wouldn't have to put on stupid Pirandello again. He's like making fun of himself. But yeah, it's just really absurdist shit. Like I looked it up because I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, how does that play end? And I like looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it like it stops.
It just stops.
It comes to an ending, but it doesn't really.
Was he high when he wrote it, do you think?
Probably. I mean, it wasn't everybody.
I mean, Alexander Poe was on some serious opium, you know.
Oh no, don't work on an advanced AI. Don't do it. Don't do it.
AI's coming for our jobs. What are we gonna do but starve to death?
Don't do it. Don't feed the beast. Don't feed the beast.
Maybe you should think about making
also,
like a little farm because everybody's just gonna be laid off.
Yes. I need to move somewhere where I can buy land because there's not. Land is getting expensive here. People figured out that it's fucking fertile here.
They're like, oh, when shit hits the fan, I can grow things. Damn, better go over there. When California runs out of water and half
Maybe
of
my mom
America's
will die
food source
soon.
is gone. Oh my God!
Maybe my mom will die soon and I'll get her land.
Heaven forbid.
Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. That's true. I don't want my mom to die. I really don't.
I hope not.
I mean, like, she's gonna die eventually. I would like for her to like come to her senses and to like have some like meeting of the minds a little bit. I don't know. I'd like to have a relationship with my mom before she fucking dies. Please. Please, mom. Please. Please.
Mend some fences.
Please. Like all you have to do. All you have to do is lose my ex. That's all you gotta do. That's it. You know, but that might be really hard for her because I realized that she is like very codependent. So that might be hard for her. She might be like very codependent on him at this point. I think she was for a while. Sounded like it anyway.
I don't think that guy sounded like someone to count on.
No, he's a terrible piece of shit. Just give it a while. He'll fuck you over. No. It is my opinion that he is a piece of shit. Don't fucking sue me.
Jeez. Anyways.
Yeah. I don't.
So you have cake and I have cookies. I have mint cookies. So they're chocolate and then there's mint in it. It tastes like the Girl Scout cookies. It's pretty
Mints.
good.
Okay, mint.
And it's from the 99 cent store,
Okay.
which is now the $1.25 store.
Well, is it? It's just called Dollar Tree, right?
Yeah, but it's $1.25 here.
Yeah, they're all $1.25 now. I think that happened in like 2020. I mean, I think it started before 2020, but I think like the whole as a
I
whole.
miss I miss the store that was pink that said 99 cents, that one, because they usually had better stuff than the Dollar Tree actually. And then like
I
they
think we
just
still
for some
have those
reason
in some of those.
tanked. Yeah, they tanked over here, and so now it's just a Dollar Tree.
Well, okay, the ones that I'm thinking of, I didn't think that they were a chain. I just thought that they like all happen to have like the same sign.
There's this one like very distinct logo that said 99 cents and it had a pink background.
It was like round.
Yeah. And then the letters were blue, or
I
the
was
number,
thinking the
sorry,
letters
numbers
were like
blue.
dark black, maybe, but
Blue, yeah.
okay. But okay, but what I was thinking of was like basically I think that was just a sign though. Like that was like I worked at a vape shop for a while and like he got like a generic vape shop sign, right? And you see that sign a lot that just says vape
Mhm.
shop, but they're
Oh
not
no,
all
it
the
really was a
same.
chain. Yeah, it really was a chain for sure.
Okay, okay. So
Now what we don't have,
maybe I'm thinking of a different place then.
so we have the
Like
dollar
maybe a
store,
different
right? But there's another store called the Dollar General, and that's what we
yes.
don't really have. That
We
I
have
think
a
is
Dollar General.
Midwest.
You don't
Okay.
want the Dollar General.
It's that bad.
It's yes and no. It's like Walmart. It's you know how like
Mhm.
Walmart will like destroy a community? Dollar General will
Mhm.
do like shit, same shit.
Oh, really?
Just
Wow.
smaller communities. Yeah. It's you don't want a Dollar General. Dollar General has like really predatory hiring practices. They have like really like predatory pricing also where they'll be like the it'll be the ad will be like for whatever like 2 weeks or whatever, but they'll like if you pay attention to like some of the prices on it, like the days on it, or like one day that it'll be on it, but it's in the section with like all the other, you know what I mean? And it's that kind of shit. You'll like go to the store and it'll literally not even match. It'll be the day, and they just like won't ring it up for that day for that price.
Wow. Shady.
And it's just like, well, they say, oh, well, like we rely on our associates to like catch it and like bring that up manually, but like then just fucking put it in the computer. But they don't.
So we have these things called weight and measures in every state, and they used to inspect things like that when I worked in the grocery store. If
They've
our
gotten in
pricing was
trouble for it
off,
multiple times. They've gotten in
and
trouble for
it
it
gets
multiple times.
expensive. I mean, you get fined eventually.
Yeah, I don't know why it is in particular that they have been able to stay open, but I know like for a fact that they have had multiple instances where like they've gotten in trouble for like the price not ringing up as the price that's like in the flyer.
Oh no, like in Albertsons, they were so stressed about it. They were like, "You gotta get like they were like running around and like switch, switch, switch." Every ad, and we had somebody that was especially signed to do the tags and stuff to make sure
Oh
everything
yeah.
was right.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like working some retail places where it was like they were like really serious about it, but like apparently at Dollar General, they're not so fucking serious about it to the point where like they will fuck people over.
They're like, "We
We should
make
talk
more
about
fucking people over than fines," so it's fine.
we are an hour in and we're still not very big on viewers except for when we got like fucking trolls there for a while. We should talk
Hmm.
about when we're so I'm thinking maybe we go down to like one stream a week and do like the first hour on a specific topic and then like the second hour like not. Just because I don't want to be like running into like Breeze. That's their new show is like starts
Oh, on Tuesday?
on Tuesday and it's like an hour after we used to start art like because we used to
So
do
you
six
want to
to
shift
eight.
everything to like Thursday?
Well, that's what I was thinking at first, but then like we've had kind of no viewership tonight. So I'm wondering if like
Yeah.
Thursday isn't the night for it. Maybe we should do I hate to say Wednesdays because I do like Wednesday is my school day in which like I will have like I have stuff that's like due at midnight on Wednesdays for most of my classes. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry. Thank you for taking care of that, Aunt Jer. I just saw that in the what you DM'd me. Like that's thank you.
Thank
Mondays are
you.
always dead on YouTube. Okay. Should I mean I can do Monday. I don't know what your schedule is. Monday's probably
I'm
our good
off
day.
on Mondays, but sometimes I
Oh,
might be doing something because I'm off and have to run around sometimes.
yeah, like you need your day off.
Depends.
You need your day off.
Always depends, right, on what's going on.
That's why I typically refer to mine as my day off as opposed to my day off. Because if I say it's my day
AR?
off, it sounds like it's oh nothing. No, it's my day off. Got plans.
Got plans. You know what's sad? I used to be like this person that was like out every day of the week doing something, right? And like I was burning candle at both ends for like a long time, but really through my 30s. Then I hit 40 and I just realized I'm the gal that's home on Friday night or Saturday night, and my neighbor can call and go, "Can you walk my dog?" at 9:30 p.m. I'll be like, "Sure,"
That's
because I'm
me.
doing nothing.
That's me, and I love it. I love it. Okay, so this is kind of embarrassing, right? I as you guys know, I'm going back to school. I fucking talk about it in every stream because it's like all my fucking life. It's my whole life, and I fucking talk about it all the time. Sorry. But I had this moment last
It's
night.
my life.
I
Sorry.
told you about when because I baked the cake, right? And I was like, all right, if I finish this shit tonight, I can do that shit tomorrow.
What
Easy
kind of cake
peasy
did you
lemon
bake, by the
squeezy.
way?
Um, what kind of cake today?
Yeah, what kind of cake?
So it is a pumpkin pinto bean chocolate cake.
Oh, pinto bean. Interesting.
It's made with pinto beans and pumpkin. It's
Is it
more
good?
vegetables. Yes, but it's
Sorry. I just realized I'm like all skeptical about it.
this one I made it like a little bit denser, like a cheesecake kind of texture. So it's like
Okay.
a my friends do tell me that it's not sweet, and I did put like I straight up put maple syrup on it. This one because I was like, I'm gonna make you extra sweet. But that is the comment that I get from my friends is they're like, you don't know how to put sugar in cake.
Strawberry Harpy. Good to see you, Strawberry. I'm always happy to see Strawberry.
Um, and that's my friends. My friends tell me that it is not sweet. I think it's sweet, but again, I quit eating like processed like sugar for a while. I didn't.
That's been a big change for me, like cutting down my sugar. Like I don't know why well, I know why. All my sugar came from soda. Like I'm addicted to soda, and now that that's off my list, my sugar intake is almost too low now, and I have to watch it. And I'm like, I guess I'm gonna eat this
Oh,
banana. Like, you know.
that's yeah. So the first time I quit eating processed sugar, I quit all at once. And I like basically only had like honey and like maple syrup. Um, and I went through this was years ago, and I went through like a detox. Like it was bad. It was I my doctor afterwards was like, "What the fuck? You shouldn't have done that without like insulting me."
Oh
I
wow.
remember like sweating and shaking. And I remember at one point talking on the phone to my partner and like just like bawling, like full out, just like bawling and being like, I don't even know why I'm crying
Because
right
you
now.
you quit sugar, nicotine, and what?
So that was the first time when I just quit sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. Now recently I quit sugar, nicotine, and caffeine all in one fell swoop.
I don't know how you could quit caffeine, like, because even me, I'm like, I need it to function at work, so I got black tea,
That's
so
how
I
I
have black
was.
tea now.
That's why I had to quit. Because I was like, I don't like how is it that people are like able to function without it at all,
Well,
right?
essentially, it is helpful for people with ADHD though, so like, I'm not
I
ashamed.
have really bad ADHD. Here's the thing, it got to the point where it was completely ineffective. It wasn't doing anything. All it was doing was keeping the craving of caffeine from coming back. It
Hmm.
wasn't doing anything. I felt like shit whenever I didn't have it because I didn't have it, not because I felt good when I did have it.
I'll see. I can definitely tell like a concentration difference.
So yeah, I just quit. Just fucking quit. And here's the weird thing. Here's this is weird. You ready for this? For anybody who's known me in the past 20 years, like if you ask them like what is my favorite beverage, they would tell you it's coffee. Like I just like coffee. Like I just like coffee. I any time of day. Like I don't drink decaf.
I would say hot chocolate because lately that's when you're like, I gotta get my hot chocolate.
Here's the
That would
thing.
be my guess. I'm gonna get my hot chocolate.
I quit
Chocolate day.
drinking coffee for like 3 months and now it just tastes like dirt water. I, like I don't like it.
Do you like the smell? I like the smell of coffee.
Yeah. I like how it smells. I like the aroma. I don't like the way that it tastes. It tastes
It,
like dirt water. I'm not saying that's coming from somebody who used to drink like I loved coffee. I would drink like pots of coffee a day.
you know what it tastes like to me? Well, coffee's okay, but like the problem with coffee is a lot of times my stomach's not full enough to handle the acid, and that's why it like isn't appealing to me sometimes. But um, I
That's a
did
big thing.
try my husband's mushroom coffee he drinks sometimes. He has mushroom coffee. So I was like, supposedly mushrooms are good for you for whatever reason, like let's go for it.
I never
And
heard of this shit.
it wasn't like a magical mushroom or anything. It was like some
No.
plain old mushroom. But anyway, I took it and it like literally tasted like dirt. Really, really seriously. It was so bad. And so when you say like tastes like dirt, it's funny. I'm like, ooh, try that mushroom coffee. It's so
Well,
much worse.
that's the thing is I've tried the mushroom coffee before when I was a coffee drinker and I know exactly what you mean.
Hmm.
That and it's very similar. In that it's just like, oh, like that doesn't taste good. Like you could put some shit in that and cover that up, make it taste like cream and sugar, and that would taste good because it tastes like cream and sugar.
I mean, that was kind of my reaction. I'm like, it's not good. Like, it's not good.
Seriously, when I like had a cup of coffee for like the first time, and I think it was like over 2 months, I was just like, oh, yeah, that's not good. No.
But I mean, I also like make like goofy coffee. Like I will go like, here's some coffee, and then I'll basically make a mocha out of it.
See, that's kind of what I still do now when I like once a week have my coffee. And that's the thing about it is that now that I don't drink coffee, like once a week, I have a coffee. It's like fucking superpower. Now I gotta watch it. Can't drink like too much of it, give myself a fucking headache. And as soon as I start getting a fucking headache, I gotta like chug a bunch of water and take an aspirin. But like it's weird. It's weird because now my normal feels like my like normal on coffee before.
Well, when I was in the hospital, like I kind of got forced into like kind of stopping things, and because like you feel bad and you're on Dilaudid like like the whole time, it doesn't really matter that you're having some sort of withdrawal from sugar or caffeine. It's just lost in the noise,
Yeah, fair
'cause
enough.
yeah,
That's
so.
so I have a good friend. I'm not gonna get into like a whole lot of details, but he almost died. And because of like health issues, so he's an alcoholic, like knee walking drunk alcoholic. And he had health issues and basically same kind of shit, that he was like in the hospital where like he could not have alcohol for like over a month. And he tried for like the longest time to fucking quit. He was just bad at quitting. And it basically medically was forced on him. And he was like, fuck yes. And he got out of the hospital and they gave him like medication because he did need like pain medication for a while after that and shit. And he was like, look, doc, I don't want to like go back. Like, I don't want this instead of alcohol. So like, let's make a plan. And that's how he ended up getting sober. Like, he's sober today.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah.
mean, that can make a huge difference.
What is it that you think makes Donald Trump an amazing president? Speaking of fucking cults, we are talking about cults tonight.
The tariffs, have they made your life better? The tariffs?
Have the tariffs made your life better? Doctor Who, what, where?
I love those tariffs. I love hitting taxes. Nom, nom, nom.
Do you love all of the lack of health care that he promised us?
Do you love that they can pick on a state that they don't agree with and say we're going to freeze your Medicaid, which is totally illegal? That is not legal to do, by the way.
Do
JD
you
Vance.
love? Oh, I bet he does love all of the low income people that like were starving for a while when they
Yeah,
got there.
because it's much easier to punch down at the poor people than to realize the Epstein predator sicko class is robbing us dry. Can't do anything about them.
That's probably why he thinks that he's an amazing president, because
Has he actually put in more jobs? Are there more jobs now? Because AI is about ready to take them. Those AI jobs that like are for like
Strawberry Harvey, I didn't
coding.
see your message. I did invent the cake because I wanted cake that was not too much cake. I want a cake that I could eat more often.
So like, I'm worried about the consistency of your cake because when you said pinto beans, I'm thinking like, ew, like it's gonna
You
take
don't
like
even
a
notice the
Brexit
beans.
bran or something.
You don't even notice the beans. The beans are invisible. The pumpkin, you can a little bit notice the pumpkin. In a good
Well,
way.
I mean, a lot of people like pumpkin. I'm not a huge pumpkin person myself, but a lot of people like it.
But no, there's not. So I put it in a blender with oil and water. The beans. I do
The
dry
beans. Why are there
beans
beans? I'm
for
stuck on the
fiber
beans.
and protein.
Okay, so beans. Is that like what flour does?
Kinda. So yeah, instead of flour, beans.
Weird.
But also like they have a little bit of like oil and then naturally in water. So like yeah. Yeah, exactly. I here's what I do. This is what my evenings consist of these days. Ready? Because I college, right? Back to school. I either find some of my professors will like post lectures that I can listen to the lecture. Some of them I just have like the textbook, so I'll like go find a lecture. Some of them even that's hard, so I'll have there's like certain text to speech apps that are like better than other ones that I will record and I will listen to my textbooks, right? And then I will go bake. Well, I'm just like a little bit baked so that it's like sinks in, right? And then I go back and then I read my textbook, like after I've like listened to it already. And yeah, but yeah. I invent all kinds of shit in the kitchen where I'm like a little bit of this, a little bit, a little bit. This one was a little bit of a fail. I actually meant to add an egg in it. And then, like I said, it ended up kind of being like a cheesecake like consistency. And I'm like, you know what? I'm okay with this. All right.
So a lot of times we have like comfort food or weird things that we make that like are kind of not adultish, and they're like if people knew. And one of mine is English muffins, but English muffin pizza. and I will actually put sauce on the English muffin, and I'll put it in my Ninja toaster oven, and I will put mozzarella on top, and it's really good actually. It's pretty yummy.
My mom
Better than
used to
bagel
do that
bites.
shit. Yeah, definitely better than bagel bite. I'm not into like the. Here's the thing. I don't. If you didn't call it pizza, I probably would like it.
Oh gosh, are you being like a Fabio on me? If you called it like a flat muffin, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but because you said pizza, I just know
Maybe. I don't know. This is
that is not
okay.
the pizza.
It's not
I mean,
pizza.
are
It's
we
not pizza. If you're
if
gonna
we're
call it
gonna
pizza, I'm gonna
if
expect pizza.
we are gonna be pizza snobs, I'm gonna challenge Domino's and Little Caesars of not actually being pizza because I swear
Okay,
that's
but like,
cardboard.
Little Caesars when you're stoned and it's like right next to Starbucks.
Suddenly,
I
it's
don't
not
know
so
why
bad.
shitty pizza and coffee is like a thing.
I don't know about the coffee with pizza, ew, but I'm always a
No.
soda person,
No,
right?
this is
So.
me and my buddy were talking about this like not that long ago. I don't know why. It's a combination. Shitty pizza and coffee. It's like terrible pizza
Mm.
and
I've
coffee.
never done that. But
Give me terrible pizza and I'm like, I want a cup of coffee. Like,
I will say if you put crazy bread in front of me, I'm gonna start eating it.
yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's
And it's
like
like
it's
good. I don't know
palatable.
why.
I don't know. It's not good. It's palatable.
No, it's good. I don't know. It's like just doughy enough where it's like weird, but then it's got that Parmesan on it, and you're just like, yummy. And and it's
Fuck is that? Yes.
like Parmesan dust on it.
But no, okay. English muffins, I don't like them. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like an English muffin. Give me a bagel.
A bagel? Is that where what you guys say over there?
Is that a bagel?
Oh, I say bagel.
Bagel.
And I'm not going to say that that's
Bagel.
accurate either because California has a very lazy way of speaking, so it could be very well that it's the
It's
other way.
it's like a is that called a diphthong?
I don't know. Like some linguist was trying to describe Californians because like they're like everybody says they don't have an accent, but they kind of do. And they were kind of borrowing and stealing from different other accents.
Oh, Californians definitely have an accent. That's I no, like I immediately hear it. I'm saying the so we say it like it's almost like an AI, like an AE
Hmm.
or AI, like a
You
bagel.
you said another word that was different too. Like I would say antibiotics.
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 Antibiotics. Antibiotics. Antibiotics is how you say it. Antibiotics.
Yeah, but when you say it, you tend to run it together, and that I always noticed that
Antibiotics.
was a little bit different. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Like, you know, there's a little bit of dialect difference, just tiny.
Yeah. Oh, the other one. I say it weirdly. I'm Midwestern, but I say it like the place where they're grown because I spent time there growing up. But the fruit, the citrus fruit that shares the name with its color,
Naranja.
that one.
Okay.
I
All right,
say
let me
that
say it
one weird.
again.
I say that one
Naranja.
well in English. I think I say it pretty normal in Spanish.
Orange.
Orange.
Orange. Orange, you
People
betcha.
pointed it out with this with with this season of streams that we've had because I have had the background and we've been talking about the orange papers.
I have trouble saying wolf properly, and if I don't think about it, I will say wolf.
Orange. Orange.
Orange.
What is why did I say
Orange.
orange?
Eat your orange to fight the scurvy.
But my parents were snowbirds, and they used to take me down to Florida every year when I was a kid. And the people down there called them oranges, and that's where they grow.
Oranges.
So that's what I call them. It's like pecans,
I say pecans.
but the people who pick them call them pecans.
Huh.
Himalayas, that's another one. The mountains,
Which mountains?
the Himalayas, the ones in Asia.
Oh, the
Uh,
Himalayas?
yeah, so there's English speaking people who live there in those mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and they refer to them as the Himalayas.
That's so weird to say, Himalayas. Have you seen 7 Years in Tibet where he's in the Himalayas?
I have. I love 7 Years in Tibet, actually. I saw that when I was a kid, and I was like, I love this movie.
I saw that in the theater. I was not a kid. This was sad older than you.
I I feel like I saw it like as a new release. But
Yeah,
am I confusing it with something else? Because
I'm
if you
like
were not a kid, you're not that much
I'm
older
like
than me.
I'm 6 years older than you.
Were you like a young adult?
I was out of high school, I'm pretty sure, or I'm at the end of high school. Wait, what year did it come out? Let me look. I remember it in the theater. Let me look. I'm gonna look
I
it
might be
up.
thinking of a different movie then. That's what I'm
7
wondering.
years. It's the
7 Years
Brad
in
Pitt
Tibet.
one.
Yeah.
1997, I would have been a senior graduating, so I would be 17 years old.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I was 11.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit older than you.
Okay.
So it would be a different
I was like a
experience.
kid, but yeah,
Yeah,
I was a
yeah.
kid, but I wasn't like a kid. Okay, that makes more sense.
And I wasn't quite an adult yet. I spread my wings. I still trying to get out of the cocoon.
Because I was like, you're not that much older than me. That makes no sense that you were an adult. I was a kid. Okay.
It's because
It
once you
does, but
get into
barely.
like your 30s and 40s, you start kind of catching up with each other. But like for whatever reason, like me at 27 versus you at 20, or like me at 17 versus you at 11, and then it's like, holy shit. I'm like, that's way different because I'd be babysitting you back then, you know?
Yeah, you were, but that makes more sense that I was barely still a kid and you
Hmm.
were not exactly an adult. You remember
Yeah,
being an adult, but you weren't
yeah, yeah. So I
That
was
makes a
just,
lot more sense once. Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, because at first I was
I
just like,
mean,
but no,
but
no.
by then I was paying rent actually, and I had a job at the grocery store, and I was paying rent because my family needed extra help, and so
I mean,
like
you
I was
were
doing
effectively an
adult
adult.
things.
You just
Yeah, I
weren't
was doing a
legally
lot
an
of adult
adult.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's probably why I kept thinking 2000,
Ugh,
1998. Like I was trying to remember when it was.
but yeah, I was a weird kid. I was also, speaking of like Brad Pitt movies, like Meet Joe Black, absolute favorite movie.
Okay, so Meet Joe Black, he has he gets slammed by people when he talks to the lady who recognizes him as death in the hospital, and he's like, "Hello, ma'am." It's like that
Oh, because
Islander
he gets
kind
the
of,
Caribbean. Yeah.
yeah, Caribbean. But he had worked with them. They wanted him to talk like that. They like
Yeah.
specifically were working with him to speak like that. The actress that so the actress that's actually Caribbean that he's talking to really wanted him to do that,
Yeah.
like that. So when people were digging on him, going, "Oh, that's racist," or like they were really digging on him, like, "Oh, you did so bad," and it's like, well, the actress wanted him to do that.
I didn't realize, again, I was a lot of years younger than you. And I was a kid when I watched it. And so I don't remember
Yeah.
there being like that kind of media, but like
You probably remembered like the deaf guy likes peanut butter. He likes
he
it an awful lot.
he really liked.
That's the takeaway. If
That was
death
not the
comes to
takeaway.
visit, you offer him peanut butter. It'll slow him down.
It
That's what I did. I was in the
was
ICU
a
and I
good
said,
movie.
"Here, peanut butter, take it, death." I don't
It's
want to
such
die
a
yet.
movie. But it's
It
weird
is.
that it's like I didn't like I so this is another thing that is like just these things. I was such a weird kid, and I think that
I mean,
like
you're
I was
talking to
considered like a
someone that was a
precocious kid.
homeschooled kid. And I was a weird, weird kid too. So we're two weird kids.
Well, like there's a lot of shit that like people are like I like, oh, you had good taste, and like okay, maybe sort of, but like not really because I didn't really understand. You get what I'm saying?
But
It's
you
like
got the vibe. Maybe there's a vibe or something that you're picking up. Like
I guess like I was like
as you get
really into
older,
like Bob Dylan
you
when
have
I was
more
a kid.
emotional understanding as you grow, right? So it's things start changing and becoming more complex and deeper.
Like so that's what I was gonna say is like there's been like multiple like Dylan songs that like through my life, and this is weird, right? This is like I know the lyrics of these songs, like I could sing it by heart right now. These songs that I like grew up listening to, and then like one day I like heard like happened to put in a CD that I hadn't put in a while, heard a song on the radio that I hadn't heard in many years, and actually fucking listened to the lyrics as opposed to singing the lyrics, and realized that like it was not like it had a different meaning than like what it like you get what I'm saying? When people are like, oh,
Oh
it hits
yeah.
different. I get that it hits different, but like these are songs that like I literally like know all of the lyrics and the chord progression to, and could like you know what I mean? And like I could have like told you what I thought that they were about, except for I would have been completely fucking wrong.
Well, I mean, I give you a couple examples, like in different genres. So, like when I was a kid, I had to listen to a lot of oldies a lot. So I know probably way more oldies than a lot of people. But hey, Mr. Tambourine, play a song for me. Like I wouldn't have known that to actually signify drug dealing and things like that. I wouldn't have known that automatically. Um, uh, that's one example.
Yeah, like
Another
I
one
thought
would
it was
be
it's all to do with the tambourine, right?
right. And I took it as being fairly happy, and now when I listen to it, I feel like it sounds kind of sad.
Yeah, yeah,
I, another thing that sort of changed is, well, this is sort of a random song, but I was thinking about it, like, because I remember hearing it as a kid, and I think it's from the band Till Tuesday, which is now Amy Mann's. Amy Mann's broke off to herself, but it goes, oh, oh, voices carry. And you might hear that, like it's an 80s song, right? And I was thinking about it going, this is a song I've heard like in the grocery store or, in a radio in the background and not really known it, but know it enough to know when it pops on, but I didn't know it. And it was weird because I didn't even realize it was Amy Mann because I actually do like Amy Mann. Um, weird enough, but 80s before my time, I was just a kid, right? But I listen to it now and it's like hush hush voices carry. It's the boyfriend saying like shut up. Like there's this physical altercation between them and he doesn't want the neighbors to know and it's like holy cow. Like and I didn't get that from that because she's so like chill about it when she's singing.
yeah.
Or how about Sarah McLachlan with Possession? I will be the one to hold you down and kiss you so hard I'll take your breath away. People thought that was a love song, and really it was a response to her stalker.
I I mean, I kind of got that from the start, but like that was not that it was a
Yeah.
response to her stalker, but like that it was like this is like that's scary. Like that's not
Yeah, it's a little bit like this is obsession, this isn't love.
like
Like,
that's not okay.
yeah, yeah.
But there was okay. Speaking, I'm trying to remember. There's a couple of songs that every once in a while I had this. So I had this ex who was a little bit. When I say a little bit of like multiple court cases, like had to fucking like move to a different city, kind of shit. Crazy stalker. Okay.
Oh, uh-oh.
He was great. Uh, um, anyway, he burned me this CD like when we first started dating. This was like when like burned CDs were new, right? Before like because it wasn't a mixtape, it was like a CD, right? It's like you can put this in your CD player. Um, I remember like listening to it and being like, that sounds a little but like, he's trying to be sweet. So like maybe it's just a little
Right.
like, but no, like he ended up being like fucking psycho stalker.
Sometimes our gut and our feelings catch something before our logic kicks in. And we always are used to saying no to our feelings, especially if you have anxiety like me. You're used to saying, no, anxiety, calm down. That's ridiculous. And you start to override it,
Especially
right?
AFAB people. We're taught somebody
Right.
like somebody said this to me the other day and I was like, "Holy shit, you're right." AFAB people, we are taught to consider everyone else's fucking feelings before we consider our own. Even when it's something that is like happening explicitly to us, right? And that's I think why part of the reason why like sometimes like I was saying with my ex-partner that like he would get upset and he'd be like, why didn't you like tell me about like this thing that's been rattling around in your head for a while? And it's like I need time to figure out how I feel about it because I can't like my immediate reaction is not just to feel it, it's to like think about
Hmm.
everything around it before I can
Yes.
like realize how I feel about it.
So, like, everybody doesn't do that. That's just us.
Yeah, no.
It's not just this.
Yeah, no.
Sorry.
That's just us.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that this is just you said AFAB. I usually just say women, but I don't like I understand why you're doing that because even if somebody isn't actually a woman, but they have the body parts, they're going to be assigned the same behavior expectations. So I get it. But yeah, like it sucks because it's emotional labor. Women are always assigned emotional labor. Here you go. Like carry this.
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that because I don't know.
It's like when you get invited to a party, what's the first thing that like you think? It's like, "Oh, what can I bring?"
Yeah.
Men don't like that's they think, "Oh, like what's the dress code? Like what's the who do I bring?" Well, like that. And then they might get to like what if do you need me to bring something?
No, I was kind of fretting over that. I had like a neighbor Friendsgiving and I had no idea. I was like, what am I gonna do? Like and yeah, I was running around going, well, this is taken care of and this is taken care of, but you know what? We have the opening. And we're like bringing buns and wine, like but you're just like trying to dodge everybody, not bring the same thing as everybody else.
Yeah. To be fair, I mostly like don't go to the things that I do get invited to, and I was gonna say when I occasionally get invited to the cookout, and then I just bring the plates, so like it's all good.
Cookouts are delicious. I mean, I love a big good barbecue. And then like a little fire ring going on. We have fire rings in my apartment complex, and it's so nice. They're gas. And if it's not a hot day and it's a kind of a cooler evening, but it's not freezing, if it's just right, you turn on the fire, you get some wine and some cheese. And it starts with like me and my gabers. That's what they call themselves, by the way. They call themselves the Gabers, and I think it's cute. It's like Ernie and Bert. We are the Gabers.
I'm also the
We
Gabers. It's okay.
yeah, exactly. And so they bring their wine, they invite us when we come over, and we bring some wine and crackers too. And then all of a sudden, people start dipping in like this. They kind of come creeping around, trying to see what we're doing. We invite them to come. They start eating cheese and drinking wine. Like,
I think it's
if you build
great.
it, they will come. It's hilarious. It's
We
cute.
have so in my neighborhood, the neighborhood that I live in now, it's so funny. And this is the thing that happens very commonly in the Midwest. If you have been in like eh, the sort of developments in the Midwest where they're all houses made of ticky tacky, right? Where they're
Little
the
houses on the hillside, little houses made of ticky tack. Sorry, I got triggered.
Um, so
There's a lot of those in California.
the song is actually Little Boxes.
The little boxes, sorry.
But yes, these are all little boxes on a hillside.
Little box, and there's a
Little
green
boxes
one
all the
and
way.
a yellow one. And
Now ours is the particular neighborhood that I live in. They have changed it now because now there's like a brown one and a tan one and a gray one. But it used to be that there were two colors that we were allowed, and it was a light brown and a dark brown. And one time I got creative, right? And the kind of the way that it turned out is like just the porches needed painting, right? Just like this is a two-level house, right? And so just the front and back porch really needed painting. So I painted on the dark brown house, light brown porches. And the HOA got
uh-oh.
mad at me.
Uh-oh.
They're like,
There'll be
no,
no
we
mixing of the
said
browns.
it could be light brown or dark brown. It cannot
Oh
be
my
both
gosh.
light brown and dark brown.
How dare you have
But
some
now
variants.
it can be any combination of light brown, dark brown, or there's even a gray that it can be now. But anyway, so there's this thing that happens, right? That's fairly common is that because they want them to not be on like a hillside, they want it to be on like a relatively flat hillside for roads and shit. And they will dig up, like basically kind of flatten it, and they dig up these giant big rocks, like boulders,
Right. Which they can
basically.
sell. People
But they
buy that
don't,
stuff.
not
Okay.
the limestone ones. Like
Okay. They
they're
have to
not
be
really
granite.
worth it. Yeah, like I mean, they probably do sell some of the limestone ones, but like not the like medium large ones because it's like I think it probably depends on like how close they are to the road and how easy they are to get a cart away and how much they are the right slab or whatever, because we all have these like decorative
Boulders just hanging out.
limestone rocks in our yard, right? That everybody has to mow around. Um, but there's one that is in the middle of, so like the way that my road is like the one road comes in this way and it goes like this, and the other road comes in this way and it goes like this. So it's like there's two intersections of the same two roads, but it
Mhm.
creates like this island. It's kind of weird. But and so like we're all like on this island where like all of our backyards kind of face the same way. And there is in the middle of all of our yards this rock that we just call the big rock. And it's like giant, and teenagers will like climb up on it and stuff, but like the rest of us are not drunken idiots. And
Bouldering's fun. Just it's one of the ones that people get injured the most on for some reason.
yeah, I'm not gonna fucking break my arm doing that shit. But people hang out there a lot. And that is kind of like they have like a little spot where I think they used to do like fire, like a little fire pit, but I think they got in trouble for that. But they hang out and they like bring out the little barbecue pits and hang out back there, and I think it's cute. I like it. And
Hanging
they
at the rock.
climb up on top of the rock. The teenagers climb up on top of the rock, and then like they can see me in my back window, and I'm like, "You're weird."
I bet they're like, I wish there was a lake here.
There's a lake not far, but yeah. I wish there was more trees. That's really what I wish. There's not enough trees here.
Is there not enough trees because of all the tornadoes?
No, there's not enough trees because they like bulldozed everything. For it was a fucking forest here, and they bulldozed it to put in a housing development and stuck like one tree in everyone's yard.
As you do. Old
I
maps of the
I
USA
put
with
like
the
4 of them 20
forests
years ago, and
are
now my yard looks different than everybody else's, but yeah.
like old maps of the USA where there are actually forests before we just like decided to chop everything down was like amazing. I can't believe it. And we just consumed it all.
Yeah. Like the
Yikes.
name, I'm not going to tell you like the name of the development, but like
No, don't.
it's no, I'm just saying that like the name alludes to like being like a largely like a dense forest. It's like, yeah, that's what was here before.
Before we just destroyed it.
Before we turned it into a
Our
housing
little
development.
boxes of Piggy Talkie.
Yes.
So Boise, Idaho did a thing where they just went wild and planted trees like pretty early on in their
10-minute warning, by the way, for coming up on
and
8.
they didn't have a lot of trees before, like in the valley, but they were like, we are gonna have trees, damn it, in the city. And they put like all these like really nice oaks in, and then they're like maturing now. And it looks really nice, actually. I will say that it does look nice because somebody had the foresight to go, trees are pretty. We need a lot of them.
That's okay. I seriously, so I told you about how like I lived. It's really weird, guys. Like I lived in this house a while back, and then like I lived back in the same neighborhood. It doesn't. It's weird, but um, I planted trees 20 years ago. One of them died, but like this yard looks so much different than the other yards because it's like, oh, that one has like 5 trees in it.
That's right. Support
There's
the trees.
shade. And I remember it because again, HOA was such a fucking dick about shit that they were like, how was it? They were like, you can only they got mad at me because I like planted like morning glories and sunflowers one
We don't like sunflowers.
year. I was so pissed about it. Oh my god, it was hilarious. Um, so what I did was I went and I like took note of like all of the plants that were in their planters that were like in like specifically like the HOA paid for like this planter.
Hmm.
You put in with these trees, these plants, these bushes, and blah 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 blah. And I like went to the nursery and I was like, okay. And I spent at that time I had a good job, and I spent a lot of money on those plants, just like smaller, younger versions of them, and put them in. And like, oh, what do you know? Now I have like a whole like I have a hedgerow.
You have
Nobody else
hedges
has.
now.
I have a hedge. Yeah, I like literally have a like a hedgerow where it doesn't even look like an individual. You know, it looks like one plant. You know,
That's funny.
and everybody else is just like one bush and one tree in their yard.
The
One
yard
bush,
that I grew
one
up
tree
in,
per yard.
the yard that I grew up in was kind of interesting. The people that owned it previously had planted tons of oleander, which is a poisonous plant, by the way. And they planted it all along the fence line. And so what it happened is that oleander goes quite high, and so it turns into like a jungle. And then it spreads to the neighbor's yard because it like sort of like bamboo, it has like it shoots.
That's what they told me was gonna happen with like the sunflowers and the morning glories, and I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like you're full of shit, but like
Yeah.
whatever.
Thanks for the free sunflowers, you know?
Like people can't use fucking Roundup. You know what I mean? Like it was whatever. It was silly, but
But yeah, watch out for oleanders. Not only are they poisonous, but I mean they're
they'll,
really hard to
they'll
get rid
creep
of.
on you. Yeah, that's. I mean, I get it. Like morning glories can be hard, but like you just it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. I do think that it's funny that like all of the plants in this neighborhood are so fucking homogenous that one of the trees I told you about, one of my trees died. Actually it was 2 trees that died. And one of them was one of the apple trees.
Oh
And
no.
now I have only
Hey.
one apple tree. Well, because I used to have 2 apple trees, because you have to have 2 apple trees to make apples.
Right.
And now that my other apple tree died, there's not
It's not
another
blooming.
apple tree close enough. Nobody in the neighborhood even knows that it's an apple tree. I think
Oh
it's this
no.
huge fragrance. It's like gotten like really, really big. And nobody even knows that it's an apple tree because there's not any other apple trees close enough by. It's never been pollinated
You
in the
know, I
past
didn't
10 years.
I didn't I didn't think about like how citrus grows so easily with us, right? So it is very common for people to have tangerines, oranges, avocados, growing in their yard. Like all
Yeah,
these like grow
avocados are
wonderful here, right?
yeah.
But you know what doesn't grow wonderfully here?
But
Apples. You have to go to the mountains for that.
Well, probably because your it probably isn't cold enough for apples there.
Yeah, we're basically reclaimed desert, right? So like
Yeah.
you guys actually, it's pretty much apples tend to thrive where there's actual seasons.
Yeah, you need
Yeah, yeah,
exactly.
like
That
I
we can't grow
frost in the
citrus.
cold.
Ugh,
Yeah,
we can't grow citrus.
yeah. Where this is like, this is well, California makes so much citrus. It's wild. And every so often someone sells one of those groves, and I think, God, if I owned that, I'd make bank.
My ex grew. He had I think it was just an orange. Maybe it's a tangerine. I could be wrong. It could have been a tangerine. That is like an organic orange citrus tangerine, whatever. And he was like, this is really delicious. And he put the seeds in like a little paper towel to like grow them. And one of them grew into a tree that lived in our foyer for like forever. It was so annoying every time we moved. It would be like we have to either hack this thing down or like move somewhere with vaulted ceilings because it couldn't go outside because this is a citrus tree and it would die. And then I moved to Florida
Yeah,
and I planted that shit.
yeah, because it'll thrive in Florida.
Yes, and that is where it now
Flor
probably still lives.
Florida also known for oranges. Definitely has a lot of them.
We it definitely had a lot of oranges on there. Juice oranges, different than your oranges. You have
Hmm.
the eating kind.
Navel oranges.
We had the
And then we have the
juicing kind.
cuties. We grow the cuties.
I
The
like
cutie
cuties.
oranges and the mandarins. They're good.
I I do like those. We do have some of those down in Florida, but they just don't grow very well. But I both miss and don't miss living down there. There were things about it that I really liked, but also Missouri kind of sucks.
It would not suck if we were like, I don't know, in like a Ozark Lake and we had a paddle boat. That'd be
Have you been
cool.
to the Ozarks?
Oh, the paddle boat would be cool.
Paddle boats are fun. I will give you paddle boats are fun. Just depending on who you like run into on the paddle boat. But yeah, we have hit 8 o'clock. I am gonna sign off. We do
It
have
is
one
6 here.
viewer. Um, thank you for hanging out.
Dirty.
Don't listen to Spackle. Thanks for watching us on the replay and adios. Till next week. Yeah, pay attention to the posts for we'll probably be back on Tuesday because I'm probably not gonna figure this shit out by then, but you know,
Buenas noches.
buenas noches.